original song that Mr. Rutledge played for the first time today in Soundcheck. Please put your hands together for it. This first worked in 2003 in We'll Rock You. And this is the next time I think we've worked together. Is that right? Today?
Since the show.
Fantastic. With the same level of production, I can see. I'm going to get off mic a little bit. This is called Frail.
Kind of the floor down there.
All these cushions.
Yeah. Michael, for those of you that haven't heard of him, I can't believe he's super famous. Shot to fame as the lead role in We'll Rock You, I think, Galileo, which was how long ago now?
2003.
2003. 2003. Prior to that, though, you're actually from Queensland originally, right?
Born in Sydney, went to high school in Brisbane.
Went to high school in Brisbane. But that's where you kind of got into the theatre.
Yeah, doing Gilbert and Sullivan shows with Tommy.
Oh, what about Simon Younger? Did you any shows with him?
Yeah, he was in it too.
Yeah. I love watching him on the Mike Walsh show and his hair. Great hair. Mike, because you're so famous, obviously, you know, first of all, thank you. But you know, I just thought, oh God, you know, he's my friend and I know him really well, and obviously drop his name quite a lot when I want to get into places and just impress people. I thought, well, there might be just some little tidbits that I don't actually know that could kind of feed into the interview. So I went online and kind of thought, well, obviously Michael's famous, so he's going to have a Wikipedia page. Because James Miller, actor and writer, he's got a Wikipedia page, and you know, Tanya Doko, who we're going to meet a little bit later on, got a Wikipedia page. I was like, Mike's super famous, so he's going to have a Wikipedia page. And so I went online, and you do know. There it is, Michael Falzon, MP from Slima, Malta. He's a representative of the Labour Party. So this is the double life I didn't know. Born in 1961 and you look great. So I'm really impressed. Tell me about your political career.
Affiliation with the Labour Party in Malta.
Well, actually, originally, you've got Maltese heritage.
Yes, my father's Maltese.
Yeah, right. So, you know, it's not that much of a coincidence that there might actually be another Maltese.
What you're saying is I need a Wikipedia page.
Probably just that you're not famous.
I'm sure you have to go to page 2 for that one.
Yeah, well look, now Michael's travelling here at the moment because you're reprising a role in War of the Worlds?
Yes.
Yes. So where's that touring around the UK?
Everywhere. Well, I think we actually started with Dublin at the O2 and it's doing arenas all for the UK and Europe. November through January.
Fantastic. And for those of you who, Michael's also just you've just been playing Stacey Jacks in Rock of Ages. If you've seen the production here at the Chelsea Theatre currently, starring Daniel Fletcher, our very good friend.
Last night and just wonderful.
Yeah.
He
wanted to be here, but they have 2 shows today, and so he was going to do a video message, and he didn't do it because he's slack. So he misses out. But Michael played Stacey Jacks in Rock of Ages to much acclaim, and you know, what's it been like transitioning between being here in London and going back to Australia?
It was pretty easy. Actually it wasn't. I went back to do Rock of Ages in Australia, always thinking that I was going to come back. Certainly Jane wanted us to come back. We were based here for about 4 years and Jane for 5. And that year that I was back there, Jane, I think 7 trips back and forth. And I thought there's got to be an easy way to do this. So we moved back. I found that just after spending a few years here, going back to Australia, it just felt time. I don't know, I mean, who's an expat? I think everyone here is an expat. Are there anyone who's not Australian in the room? Thanks for coming. When you go back to Australia...
Just a major sponsor.
Major sponsor. Well, when you've been away for a long time, and especially coming to London, which is amazing, and I consider to be pretty much the centre of the world. It's a hop, step and a jump everywhere, and it's such a melting pot. You go back home and a lot of the reasons that you left and the reasons that you feel like you want to go back, you've been away for a while. And so I found that there were a lot of opportunities there that possibly weren't there before for me, and it seemed very welcoming. So yeah, we talked about it, and work's been really good there for me. So been based back in Sydney
you managed to get back here anyway on a great gig, so you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to still work here on occasion.
Okay, now you've just been doing Side by Side by Sondheim.
Yes.
Which, tell me a little bit about that. Is it actually a musical? Is it a collection of songs by Stephen Sondheim? What is it?
It's a review that was written in 1978 of the body of work that Stephen Sondheim had done to that point. And it has a loose narrative. Jessica Rowe was narrating our show, as it happens.
Did she narrate it in that voice? The Australian music. What is with that? snake boys on Australian television news. Have you noticed this? Just like every guy has snake boys too.
It's a wonderful collection of songs, but it's quite a difficult show where I've spent certainly the last decade performing in a lot of what I like to call contemporary musicals, what the rest of the world calls jukebox musicals, and then to go into a pretty fast, or verbally fast. It's such an intricate, nuanced selection of work. It was bloody hard work actually to learn a couple of
Michael had what, 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and you were the only guy in the whole company, so you had to sing all the male parts.
Myself, Geraldine Turner, and Rachel Beck.
Well, surprise! Rachel Beck's here! Rachel Beck, she's one of the leading ladies of Australian musical theatre, but also a very accomplished television actor, stage actor across the board. She's enjoyed an incredibly diverse and successful career for quite some time. So it's a real thrill for us to have her here as our special surprise guest. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Yes, thank you. Oh look, good luck to us. This is called The Little Things You Do Together. As in every Sondheim song, there's about 563,000 words. So we'll see how we go.
Yes, we shall.
Good luck. True together that make marriage a joy. It's the little things you share together,
Swear together,
wear together, that make perfect relationships. The content you enjoy together,
saving something good.
the children you destroy together, that keep marriage intact. It's not so hard to be married when two maneuver as one. It's not so hard to be married.
And Jesus Christ, is it fun?
It's sharing little weeks together,
Drinks together,
things together that make marriage a joy. It's bargains that you shop together,
cigarettes you stop together,
clothing that you swap together, that make perfect relationships. It's not talk of God and the decade ahead that allows you to get through the worst. It's I do and you don't, and nobody said that. And who brought the subject up first? It's the little things, the little things. It's the little ways you try together,
cry together,
lie together, that make perfect relationships. Becoming a cliche together,
growing old and grey together,
withering away together, that make marriage a joy. It's not so hard to be married. It's much the simplest of crimes. It's not so hard to be married. I've done it 3 or 4 times. It's people that you hate together,
bake together,
date together, that make marriage a joy. It's things like using force together,
yelling to your horse together,
getting a divorce together, that make perfect relationships. Kiss, kiss.
Michael Falzon, Rachel Beck. Very well.